Hi there! For today's video, we will be reviewing this 180 pieces watercolor pencils from the brand Brutfuner. In this video, I will be showing a quick demo on how I use these pencils for both portrait drawing and in watercolor painting. First off, it came in a hard plastic case with a cardboard jacket which had the brand print and a short description of the product printed at the back portion. The description came in 5 different languages, but I can't tell if it's really legit because I don't know that much language. But the English description says, Brutfuner blendable pencils are the perfect coloring solution. Rich, vibrant pigments and expertly balanced shades provide superior blending whether you're a beginner, a hobbyist, or a professional artist. These premium pencils are ideal for all your creative work, from quick sketches to intricate details. Phew, that was a lot. Now the pencils came in 5 trays arranged in gradient color, but originally there were some colors that didn't match the gradient scheme, so I had to rearrange them again according to my liking. The pencils came in pre-sharpened, and the wood that the pencils were made from seems to be of a good quality, since there were no cracks or damaged bits on all 180 pieces. Originally, the entire set was 2,199 pesos, but I got it for only 1,699 pesos, maxing out all the vouchers and discounts I could possibly squeeze out from Shopee, making every pencil cost about 9 pesos and 43 cents per piece, which I think is definitely worth it. It also came with a free swatch paper, which has boxes you can fill in with all 180 colors, and also a space beside the box for writing the color number. Now this is a very helpful bonus for keeping track of all the colors you have, and this will serve as your color reference for while you're working. As for the color swatch, you could really tell how vibrant the colors are. I'm swatching all the pencils with equal pressure in as much as I can maintain, so that we could get a more accurate and fair color swatching. The color range is really wide. You can definitely choose from a variety of shades in one color, from cool to warm undertones and from light to dark shades. I also took the liberty to label each color according to their number designations printed along the body of the pencil off camera. Here I am using a 200 GSM scrap watercolor paper and testing out if these pencils can mix color. As you can see, I'm mixing the primary colors all together to produce secondary colors. And I would say that it really is very blendable and very easy to activate even with small amounts of water. Here's a closer look of the pencils. As you can see, it has gold prints on it indicating the brand, type of pencil, and the color designation. They all look very elegant and professional. I've tried using watercolor pencils recently using a different brand. If you're interested to see a review on that, I will link it below. After making a video on that, I really got hooked with watercolor pencils, mainly because of how convenient they are to use, especially for beginners. I was in search for a watercolor pencil set that has a complete range of color variation, and I'm super happy when I found this in Shopee, and now I'm even happier that I get to share this with you guys. Just like the regular watercolor tube paints or dry palettes, you can also layer as much as you can using these pencils. I honestly had to shoot this in time-lapse because it would really take very long for the entire artwork to finish, since you would need to wait for the paper to completely dry first before adding in another layer. Otherwise, it won't have that smooth watercolor finish. In using watercolor pencils, I recommend you use soft nylon bristle brushes because from my experience, they really work best. I tried using a watercolor horsehair brush, and the pigments are quite difficult to blend because the brush hair is very soft that it probably can't move the pigment off the paper, and you could still see harsh pencil lines underneath the blended color. Also, in watercolor pencils, you don't have to mind so much about your water. This is very helpful for people who have difficulty in manipulating the amount of water they put on the paper, because in this medium, very little water is needed to activate the pigment. Also, keep in mind to always work with a light hand so that you won't have harsh pencil strokes underneath, and most importantly, to avoid bruising your paper, since water makes the paper soft and vulnerable. I decided to include a demo of portrait drawing using these pencils because some people asked me from my first watercolor review if watercolor pencils can also work like regular colored pencils, and my answer would be yes. They also work well as colored pencils. A quick disclaimer, I'm not really good at portrait drawings. I'm not an expert at all like most of the other artists here in YouTube that I really look up to. But for demonstration's sake, I'm really trying my best to show you how I make portraits. By the way, this is a commissioned portrait I did for a friend, and I was really glad that I agreed to do it even when I was scared that I might not pull it off. Sometimes we think we're not good enough artists just because we can't replicate the exact same artworks we see online. But remember that we all have different art styles and pacing. Just keep doing what you love to do, continue learning and exploring new techniques, and whenever you feel the urge of quitting because the idea scares you, surprise yourself and do it anyway. You'll never know what your hands are capable of doing until you push them. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys had fun. If you want to see more creative videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!